What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, welcome to I wouldn't say another episode of Cyberpunk 2077, but this is me restarting the game, and this is what I would have done if I hadn't gone in blind. So obviously these say max level, which means that you can't go higher than six. The only unwasted points you can do for a build after tons and tons of hours of research, you can go up to 12 tech and 12 cool without wasting any points. You could as well as I think you can go up to like eight reflexes without wasting any points in any build. But so this is the closest you can come to a safe start, basically. The maximum amount of points in tech and cool, and one in reflexes, because that's only one point that I've put in there. Leave body and intelligence at minimum until you figure out what you want to do. Now, if you know for a fact that you're going to be a cyber hacker or, um, and I mean a pure cyber hacker, not like a SMG user or a sniper. And then for body, if you know you're going to be a straight up shotgunner or a ricocheter, a berserker, or whatever, then yeah, sure, you can go for max body or max intelligence. But if you want to leave all your options open on the first save so that you don't have to spend 45 minutes doing this again like I just did, um, then yeah, start with this setup. 3, 3, 4, 6, 6. You'll be able to get to any good build from here. All right, even if it's going to be max body and max intelligence, which would be really weird. I don't even know what you do with that build, honestly. Yeah, I don't think that build makes sense. But even if you want to do that, like I don't know, reasons. You have a smart shotgun and you want to combine it with critical, legendary, short circuit. Yeah, I guess that's a. Or what would be a better reason? Like an LMG. LMG with critical short circuit. That would make a lot of sense for you to go this route. LMGs work with this, right? Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, LMG. Um, but otherwise, yeah, this I think you can still do that. Do this. Yeah, no matter what, you can get to 2020 from here because you got it. You'd at least get to level 40. So yeah, you can still go 2020 and then figure out what you're going to do with the other 10 points. Probably. Well, it wouldn't be 2020, it'd be 17. All right, so this is my first. Okay, so this episode is titled "My Thoughts After Finishing Cyberpunk." My first and biggest complaint about Cyberpunk, and it's not as big of a complaint as I would have about Dragon's Dogma, but it's still a big complaint. And the reason it's such a big complaint is because it is a lot slower to level in Cyberpunk than it is to level in Dragon's Dogma. But Dragon's Dogma, you're screwed because you have one save file, and once that file's screwed up, you're done. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. If you're on Xbox, you don't have the magic tools on your PC to go backwards in time, and you screw up your leveling, you're done. That's something that I've never liked about Dragon's Dogma, but I've worked around it multiple times. Here, I didn't know, so it's the same thing with Dragon's Dogma. If you don't know, you just screw up your build. Or if you just make a mistake because auto saves happen. Especially if you beat the Seneschal. Yeah. You beat the Seneschal and you just don't know how much experience you're gonna get from that, but it's a ton. It's an absolute ton. Um and that can cause you to level on your way into a new game plus, which is a hard save, like the hard save of a lifetime. Alright, back to Cyberpunk. Same thing here, right? Except you do have multiple saves. Which means as long as you have a save from before when you screwed your build up, you can go back and do this. Now, here's what I experienced today. I went back to my very first save, and remember, when I first started this game blind, I said I'm gonna put a couple points into everything because I don't know what's going to be important, and what's not. So let's try a little bit of everything, and that's exactly when I screwed up my build. So at this point, when I have not been able, I'm pressing the select button. I cannot save this game yet, which means I will not be able to save this game, and you will not be able to save this game, which means you will not be able to save this character preset until you've already screwed up your build if you're going in blind. That's something I don't like. Because at least in Dragon's Dogma, you can save your character presets. I'm pretty sure you can, right? So you can save your character preset, and then you screw yourself up. All right, new game. Sucks, but we're starting all the way over. And that time you do what you got to do in order to get the right build going. With this, I'm starting over, but I just spent 45 minutes setting up my character perfectly again, and I'm happy. I'm happy about it. Hopefully his dingling don't flop out because I did turn his genitals back on, but I wasn't really planning on playing this entire. I'm not playing this entire file on stream, by the way. I've already done that blind. You guys wouldn't learn anything. I don't think it'd be that entertaining. I'm going to do a lot of grinding. Um, what I really plan to do is to get up to those numbers I told you about before, the bare minimums for every build. So it's like 12 tech, 12 cool, and I think it might be 8 or 10 reflexes, maybe 10, I think 8. Um, and that won't make me that powerful, but it'll give me a few options I can do, and from there I'll be able to hit that point in it's not Watson. It might be Watson in North Side, East North Side, where I can just start farming that circle of enemies over and over again, and then I'll just level myself up to 50. And once I'm at level 50, and this is going to be before I've made any important decisions, right? So there's a few important decisions you can make in the game. I think one's about Jackie's bike. I just don't know which one gives you the specialized Jackie bike. But besides that one, because I am starting Nomad this time, by the way. Um, besides that, um, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, there's the in part one of the game. There's also the mission where you get to choose to go with the Netrunner lady, or you can kill dude for his gun, or you can save them and then later on kill his lieutenant for his gun. Um, so I'll also be leaving that option open. So my plan is to get level 50 before I make any of those important choices. Any of them. Hopefully I can do that. I might not be able to do it before Jackie's back, but I know for a fact I can do it before having to choose between Sir Falstaff or Doom or Chaos. I know for a fact I can level up. Well, I don't know if I can level up, but I know I get free roam before then, so I can do a lot of stuff. And the goal is to get pretty much strong. As far as next time goes, once I'm at level 50, I want to play the game out with. By the way, there was a hidden ending I didn't play. I found out about it. It's one where it's just you and Johnny, which means basically you. You just storm Arasaka by yourself. Now, I might have met the requirement to actually do it because you have to be really nice to Johnny in order to do it. That was pretty nice to Johnny. I was like, I faced that entire run. But you have to wait for like 5 minutes doing nothing. And then he's like, you know what, screw it. Never mind Rogue, never mind Panem, never mind anybody else. Let's go put hands and feet on Arasaka by ourselves. And you can do that. You have the option. But it's way harder. You get one shot. You don't get to reload during that. And if you do it, all the enemies are scoped to like level 50, which makes it that much harder. Which I was only level 42, by the way, after all that grinding I did last game. Last save file. So those are some of my complaints I've listened. And I'm complaining, but Cyberpunk was a great game. The reason I'm so passionate about this right now is because I enjoyed the game. I 100%, 1000% genuinely enjoyed playing Cyberpunk. And I don't want that to get lost in all the constructive criticism I'm giving to people who never hear my voice. Like, I really did enjoy this game. I recommend you play it, especially if you can get it with Games on Gold or whatever. If you can play it for free or whatever, it's definitely a rental. Like, you can rent it if you can. If you can't rent it, then buy it. But or play it at a friend's house, whatever. Like, give it a shot. They have multiple save files, so it's not like Dragon's Dogma. Again, that's another good thing in its favor. Like, it's not like Dragon's Dogma. You can't. It's not like, oh no, you can't touch my save file because if you screw something else up, I will shoot you. like if you screw up any of these story options or any of my levels, I will find you and I will kill you on some Wanted stuff. Or was that Wanted? No, that was Taken. That was Liam Neeson. I will find you and I will end you. No, I really did enjoy this game, guys. I 1000% enjoyed it, and I don't want that to get lost in all this criticism that I am about to level at this game, because I got criticism on criticism. Alright. And let's start here on this page here. All right, stats. Like I said, there's safe stats and there's unsafe stats. Cool and technical ability are basically god stats. And it's unfortunate that they don't tell you up front, like, oh, by the way, this stat is a build stat, which means if you go into it, you're basically picking your build. This stat is a build stat, which means if you go into it, you're basically picking your build. And by the way, it doesn't work nicely with the other two build stats. Like, intelligence is absolutely useless on a berserk build or a sandy build. Basically, these are the three cyberware stats, right? So these stats determine which cyberware you're going to use. If you go high body, you're going to go with berserk. If you go high intelligence, you're going to stay with your net deck, even though it doesn't have an intelligence requirement. The stuff that goes with it, like the frontal lobes and all that, all intelligence items. If and also hacking in general requires intelligence, like to be really good. You need to get to like 16 intelligence for you to start really smoking folks. And then reflexes. Again, you go with reflexes, you're going to get Sandy time. You get 15 of that, you can go with the best Sandy. Um, Body, you need like 18 to go with the best Berserk. So reflex is really easy of a build. It's and all the stats need a little bit of it. All like body gets bleed from 8 of this. Intelligence gets what does intelligence get? Let me check. I know if you're using, but first of all, if you're using a sniper rifle or SMG, then you might as well go max reflexes as well. But especially with because if you're using a sniper rifle, you're going to use a cyber deck. Hopefully, you're going to use a cyber deck. And if you're using an SMG, hopefully you're also using a cyber deck because you're wasting your time if you're not getting the using the legendary short circuit with that. So, as far as I'm concerned, both SMGs and sniper rifles are intelligence weapons. Even though they're reflex weapons, by flat description, they are intelligence weapons functionally. Um, so if you're using those, I expect you to be using a cyber deck. Um, when I'm looking at reflexes, if you're going pure cyber deck, which means you're not using the SMG, you're not using the sniper rifle, you're going pure intelligence, pure cool, pretty much, right? Because that's the one time where you really don't need it. You don't even really need a technical ability for anything except the ability to kill mechs faster. Um, Unless you really like grenades. Um, you need 10 reflexes for nano relays, which will let you get some like if you want to go into Korenzikov time, it'll let you do that. Um, and then damage perks. So that's the only reason why you need, and that's just for your backup weapon, right? Because you're not always going to have, especially as you're leveling, you're not always going to have something on cooldown to use against an opponent when it comes to the cyber deck. So yeah, you're going to have to pull out a weapon and do something. It may not be your main weapon, like you may be doing most of your damage with cyber deck, but sometimes you're just like, okay, I need to clean up and finish them off with SMG or sniper or whatever. Probably SMG. It would make a lot more sense. That's why you put a little bit into reflexes. Um, so reflexes is kind of in the middle. Like these stats really are ordered from least useful to most useful, and that's kind of sick because obviously the stat at the top, from a humanistic standpoint, like ergonomic standpoint, the stat at the top is probably and this is the health stat, right? Right. So this is a stat where you're going to be like, okay, let me put a couple here because I need to be safe. And I think that's literally what I was thinking. That was literally my thought process. But no, this is ordered least useful to most helpful. So body is your least useful stat. You can no, let me I'm lying. Intelligence can be your least so useful stat. These are together your least so useful. That's the reason why they have 3. Because there are builds where you absolutely do not need body at all. You cannot use it, except for the bonus health, really. And then there are builds where you do not need intelligence at all. Like, literally, if you are not using a cyber deck, every single point in intelligence is an absolute waste, except for when you're trying to jack into things and get some free money and, upload some daemons or whatever. I don't think you even get daemons. It's just for the breach protocol to grab some money and some components. But Literally, other than that one thing, you literally get nothing from intelligence. And that one thing is does not help you in combat, by the way. Body. Um, yeah, body's semi helpful. Um, Even if you're not using a body specifically, just because you can regenerate health, increase your damage resistance, yada yada. But let's keep it one. Let's keep it a buck and a fuck, guys. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it. Let's keep it a thou. If you're not using this for damage, which is 99% of the case, like most people aren't trying to use this for damage. Most people don't play Berserk builds. I'm keeping real with you. Most people do not play Berserk builds. I do want to play a Berserk build this time, actually. I want to play a Berserk build because nobody else plays it. I think, and I like to fill niches that nobody else is filling. I feel like everybody, especially because of edge runners, the anime is running Sandy, and that's great. Sandy is fun as heck. I ran Sandy on my last build, but I want to run. I want to show that Berserkers can be great too. Berserk can be great, and not with that BS Berserk that they give you at the end of the game when you beat the game. No, that's like literally the one of the worst Berserks. Ill, 60-second cooldown, and you don't even get anything really good out of it. Ill, 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 ill. All right, so moving forward, like I said, worst to best, almost. Intelligence and body could swap if that was the case. Reflexes is kind of in the middle because you can't use it for a few things no matter what build you're on. You can use it for bleed on body, you can use it for a backup weapon on intelligence, or it can be on your main weapon if you're using SNG or sniper with intelligence build. It can be used for itself with the Sandy Time build, which is basically the strongest builds out there, right? As far as I know. We're going to find out after I build this. I can compare and contrast my perfect Berserk build versus an imperfect Sandy Time build that I did last time and see how I feel about the two of them. Um, we'll see. I think because Sandy Time also protects you by slowing down time and gives you the ability to get perfect headshots, especially with throwing knives. That's chef's kiss. Reflex is just really strong. It's really, really strong in many different ways. Like, I get that it doesn't increase your survivability none. Like, but I mean, if you kill people fast enough, do you really need to survive? Like, I'm serious. I have a monowire. I have a monowire in Sandy Time. If you guys saw my stream, I'm sorry. I'm especially sorry if you can't watch it because of age restriction. But my very last episode, episode 40 of my previous build, when I was doing Pandem's ending, Sandy Time plus monowire equals everything dying in a circle. Like, it was that quick. And I don't want that to be lost at all. That it's just instant death. Like, I'm aiming for their faces. I'm taking them off. Yeah, reflex is a really strong stat, but it is inferior to the next two stats. Technical ability. Oh my gosh, technical ability. I tried my hardest to not get involved with tech, and I found out that that was a massive mistake. So tech does a lot of things for you. Tech gives you damage. It gives you ricochet if you're playing a ricochet gun, power weapon. It gives you, well, it tech gives you damage with grenades and damage against mechs and drones and all that type of stuff, right? Robots. It gives you all kinds of benefits with smart weapons, all kinds of benefits with power weapons for ricochet, all kinds of benefits for smart weapons, which covers 100% of weapons in the game. Wow, that's not broken. It allows you to craft better stuff, which means that not only is it buffing all your types of weapons, not just one of them like these other categories, but all your types of weapons, it's letting you craft better versions of them, which is critical when you start getting stuff like Dying Night, when you start getting stuff like Congo, very early game weapons, when you start getting stuff like, I'm not going to be able to get it, but there's this one that you can get for having games on gold or GOG, whatever it's for, having a GOG account connected for your Witcher or whatever. Like it's the Witcher sword. You can get that. It'll allow you to do that as well. And then Eventually, it just straight up gives you critical hits with grenades and Edge Runner Artisan, which is probably the most. I think that's in every single. If you go online looking for builds, every single build is going to have Edge Runner Artisan because your uniques can get, or excuse me, your iconics can get upgraded to a legendary with that. And then there's some weapons that can't even be crafted without it. But that's the go-to perk. You have to have 18 tech to get that done. Also, by the way, if you get 16 tech, you can recover mods from weapons and armor as you destroy them. You know how great that would be as you're destroying your stuff to actually get the stuff back off it. Now you can suddenly get all those rare items from, oh, armor plus X, armor plus X. Now I can wear the legendary armor and then attach the high level mods for armor that I normally, because normally I'm wearing like commons or uncommons because they come with those mods for extra armor. But instead, I could just destroy those, get the mods off of them back for free after I get the components as well, and then put those on the legendary armor. And then I'm wearing way better armor. So it increases your damage, increases your survivability, increases your resources. You do more damage to the most dangerous enemies in the game, which are mechs, robots, drones, that type of. Well, not really drones. Drones aren't that. Drones aren't a problem, but robots and mechs for sure. Like this is a very very busted stat. I would say busted stat, and it would be the most busted if it wasn't for cool. Cool is 1000% the most busted stat. Period. Period dot busted. Alright? Cold Blood. If I had known from the beginning what Cold Blood was and what it. Oh my gosh. Cold Blood is broken. Cold Blood is a trillion% broken. It works with every single build. Just like Tech, honestly. And then on top of that, Cool has its own little. Oh, by the way, you want to throw knives? Knives are really strong, guys, if you throw them. And they do poison damage and all kinds of nonsense and critical. And if you're undetected, you get X plus damage. And it works with every build again. And as you start the fight, you get 50% more speed, which works really well if you have 16 body because then you get 50% more damage. You have to use Speed Demon plus Hasty Retreat. Hasty Retreat turns to hasty running into the enemy and doing maximum damage. By the way, 50% more damage because I'm running at you. That's how I start fights. That's really why I want to go berserk as well. I want to start. I want to do that. 50% more damage, just starting a fight. It's like, oh, we've detected him, and he's running at him with the steel, with the steel chair. Oh man, that's on the other side of Cold. That's on Ninjutsu. Cold Blood, literally everything you could think of, it buffs. It buffs literally everything. I think the only thing it doesn't buff is like damage from far away. It's because it gives you extra gun damage, but it only gives you extra gun damage within like 5 meters. But I think it also increases headshot damage. So if you're using the sniper and you just aim for the head anyway, you're going to do more stacks and stacks of more damage, and that damage stacks unlike the other stuff. Yeah, and then it gives you survivability. Cool gives you so technical ability gives you survivability via higher armor eventually. Like it gives you 5% extra armor on your crafted stuff, and then it gives you the mods back for your disassembled stuff, for your whatever they call that process, so that you can buff your slots. Cool just straight up says, hey, we're going to give you one ability in Cold Blood that basically if you die and you have stacks of Cold Blood, you don't die. You just come back with 40% more health. And then we make you immune to death for like 10 seconds or something like that. For 10 damage for like 10 seconds. And then on the other side, Ninjutsu, it gives you another ability. It's like, yo, once you fall below 50% health, you take 50% less damage for X seconds. And it's just like, okay, so even though this is a sneaking skill, you just straight up get survivability out of it. That's more than you can say for Reflexes. I think Reflexes has like an ability where what was it called? I forgot what it's called. Like blood something. I know blood swells from cold blood. Um, it does give you one where if you kill with a blade, it gives you health back. Um, but I think it's 20% more health. And don't get me wrong, that's strong. That's very strong. But if you're using a gun, or if you're using a basically if you're using any type of gun, SMG, sniper, or rifle, whatever, handgun, you don't get that survivability. So yeah, cool is just better. Um, so I don't know what to say is more broken between the two of these. Um, gosh, they are both really really good. They are both extremely good. But yeah, these are the two best stats in the game. This is in the middle, and these are the two worst stats in the game. Intelligence slightly more so because you can still use body on a reflexes build. Uh, if you were going with a blades build, especially, you would use that same combo I just talked about with 50% extra speed on top of your. There's a there's a speed boosting one for every kill, and it's the same one that gives you health back, I think. Um, in blades. So yeah, use your katana with the speed boost here, the speed boost there, and then the extra damage, and you get like 70% extra damage. On it could just get gnarly. Yeah, body has uses outside of a body build, a berserk build. You can still use it with a standing build, and because in general survivability as well. Intelligence is the most useless stat in the game, but then again, intelligence builds are the most broken builds in the game. Maybe. They nerfed them significantly, apparently in 1.6. So I haven't gotten a chance to really use it myself and experience it. I don't know if they're more broken than Sandy Time. Um, I'm assuming that once you really get into your bag, though, they can start feeling real good, though. Like, honestly, any of these builds, I believe, people are, they're saying bodies. Nobody likes body, apparently. Like, Berserk is the least popular build in the game. Sandy is the most popular build in the game. This used to be the most busted build in the game, bar none. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, but I'm not going to experience it as a leveling process. I'm going to experience it as, hey, I'm at level 50. I have 49 perk points or 50 perk points. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Let me see, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 22 right now, and I get up to, so yeah, I'd have 49. Yeah, right? Because you get up to 71. Am I tripping? No, I have 22 points. I have 22 points. And I have a max of 71, right? So if I have a max of 71. Okay, yeah, that is 49. Yep. So I'm going to start at level 1. Um, yeah, that's my goal. And I'm not going to have 49 points because I am going to get to technical ability 6, cool 6, yummy, yummy. And I am looking just to make sure. I want to see where my reflexes need to be. $14, $8. All right. So yeah, I can go 12, 12, and 8. So that's going to be the goal here. Is there anything else I want to complain about? Not really. Let's go. All right. By the way, I'm putting it on easy difficulty because I really just want to level up. And I really just want to get to the first save point as soon as possible. I think I accidentally skipped something last time, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Backers.
Electric coupling module.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Guess I was wrong. Can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't mind. My question is, there we go.
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do?
I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize up.
Did anyone ask your opinion? Okay, let's see what happens.
It's like I was telling you. Not shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
That'll get me to Night City. I figure something else out there.
Right.
I'm looking for someone. Jackie Wells. Have you maybe... So doable? It sure was.
Satisficing that, not a solid fix. Might as well have used spit and duct tape.
It worked. That's what matters.
Antenna on this heap don't seem like it packs a punch. Not liable to hear much.
You don't say.
Hey, Mike. Didn't know you had a customer.
Rolled in a few hours past. I thought he'd at least called in.
Don't you sweat it, Mike. We're gonna hash it out.
Uh-oh. What's going on with this guy?
Don't you know you owe the sheriff a word when you pay his town a visit? To tell him what's brought you here. Maybe even over a cup of coffee.
No need to worry. I won't be staying long.
Didn't answer my question now, did you? Name's Andrew Jones. Probably heard of me.
I can't say that I have.
Served in Spec Ops during the last war. Silver Shoguns? Ring any bells?
I can't say that it does.
Don't like to get along, do ya? That a Nomad vehicle? Might have expected that.
If you have a problem, I'm willing to hear it.
Let me tell you what my problem is. Nothing boils my blood like a fucking stray. Where'd your clan pitch camp?
Are you one of those who believe everything the talking heads say? The nomads are the world's greatest evil?
No. I'm a man that respects order. Corps brought us that order, and I intend for it to stay that
The
way.
corps pay you and have you on a leash like a dog. You know that?
Mm-hmm. But you don't want to see me bare my fangs. So I'll ask again. Where's your clan?
There is no clan. There is no camp. I'm here alone.
Ain't buying it. Nomads always stick to their packs.
My family's in pieces. That's why I'm headed for Night City.
Makes you an outcast among outcasts. Sure as hell hope you'll be on your way before long.
I heard this place is famous for its hospitality. Glad to see it wasn't just rumors.
You're damn right we are. When people come along who know how to behave.
We don't like your kind around here, boy. No, this is what it's giving me.
Radio someone.
What you need's to hightail it out of here without another word. Ain't got no mind to see you drifting around these parts. Got it?
You like the sound of your voice, don't you?
What's that, Drifter? What are you on about?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, best that way.
Oh, where are we at? Okay, we're at the bottom of the Badlands. As far southwest as you can get. Never been here, actually. I like this car, honestly. I really do. Hold up. Oh, yeah. There we go. Some good hemming at the beginning of this game. So, I do like the different pathings. Even this little bit I've started with Nomad, it's very, very different from, you know, just starting as a street kid. Boom, boy. I already missed having my high jump. Ooh, craft spec for armadillo. That is an amazing way to start the game. I'm actually going to save right here. So save number 32 is my first. I can't access my weapons yet. I wonder if that's always there when you start this game. That'd be dope. Well, that's only a common armadillo, though. Need to find the one for a more rare version. More upscale version.
Hello?
Come in. Come in. Ah, raised you finally.
Willie McCoy. It's good to hear your voice.
Fee. Wish I could say the same.
Why can't you?
You abandoned the clan. I can't help you anymore.
I never knew you to be so cautious.
Try loyal. Rules are rules. The system won't work without him. It can't. Nomads get the work in these parts because it's nomad turf. Wouldn't be a problem if you're still a backer. You should have stuck with them. Joined up with the Snake Nation like the rest.
Snake Nation can kiss my ass. I need your help. One last time.
One last time. Again?
I have to find the client with my payload, but I don't know where he is.
Right place, right time. You were there?
Of course I was. Maybe the client left a message. Could you check for me?
Sure. Last time, though. I mean it. Client's name?
Jackie Wells.
Huh. Actually left a message. He's waiting on a farm. Flicking you the geoloc data.
Thanks, Willie. I owe you one.
You do. Just don't get yourself killed. And don't call again.
It's no way up further, right? Okay. V does not like barbed wire. I like this cleaner. Yeah, this cleaner is tight, honestly. It feels really good to drive. I'll make sure to buy one again. And it's kind of fast, too, actually. Dry Creek. Oh, yeah, I don't heal outside of battle. Yeah, that's... By the way, let me look at my stats. What can I take? Okay, so with no investment, I can still take Pack Mule. I can still take Regeneration. That's good. I think I'll take Pack Mule more than anything else. I don't really need it, though. Cyberpunk, you're drunk.
Oh, I was worried I'd have to turn to farming. Yeah, sure hope you're here for me.
I believe I am. Are you...
Name's Jackie Wells.
V? Seems you have cargo that needs to be moved.
Oh, where I'm from, you share a bit about your soul before you talk biz, huh? It's kind of like a custom. Or just good manners, you know?
You're a man of principle?
You need a backbone, cabron. At least you'll have that left when they've taken everything else.
Why don't we start with you, then?
NC native, right here. Got Haywood in my blood.
I've never been to NC. That doesn't mean much to me.
So, imagine a place where everyone's like your bro or sis. Or a distant cousin, at least.
I think I understand. You don't have to like each other, but it's family.
That's Haywood. That and everyone's packing iron. And you?
I guess one could say I'm from my own Haywood.
You and me, we're gonna get along fine. The cargo.
What's inside?
You sleep better the less you know. Got no idea myself, and that's a good thing.
You don't know what we aim to smuggle? These are stolen corporate goods.
Stolen? No. Some gonk lost the crate. Some other gonk found it, passed it on. Now it's here. You know, butterfly effect or whatever.
And there's no one looking for this crate.
Ain't no problem if they look. Only a problem if they find it before it crosses the border, no?
Let's load it in the car.
A huevo.
Alright, I don't see the cop.
Started thinking you might not come.
I got held up. And you weren't exactly easy to find.
I decided to lay low, you know? The sheriff, he looked like one grouchy motherfucker.
Yep.
What a fat ass. So, we headed out?
I might as well take a second to save.
You have the manifest from the transport?
Of course I do. But the fixer didn't give you the job deeds?
He did. I was just making sure.
Listen, friend. We're both professionals, ain't we? Hey, you, sure you've moved contraband before?
Why, are you nervous?
Me? Well, maybe a little.
I've never seen this border before. Well, is this beyond where you could normally go? It might be. Shoot.
Hey, border crossing up ahead. What now?
Nothing. They'll scan us and check our papers.
Okay.
I'll do the talking.
Please direct your vehicle to the inspection area. Remain in your vehicle. The security check will begin shortly.
I got a real bad feeling about this.
You know they'll notice if you're nervous, right? You have to calm down.
Right, yeah.
Hand me the manifest. They'll need to see it.
Grab these.
Let me see. It's marked LOA. Perfect.
What's that mean?
Lost on arrival. It means the cargo is flagged as to be lost as soon as across the border.
Oh, so they know we're smuggling.
They're about to find out.
The owner of the vehicle in the inspection area will report for further questioning.
Chingada madre. What now?
Relax. It's all in line with procedures. It's all part of the plan.
Hey, guess you know what you're doing, huh?
If we want the customs officer to turn a blind eye to our dubious dock use, we'll need a sweetener. Do you have the credit chip with the bribe?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Right. You forgot.
I'll keep the engine running, in case of a cock-up.
Do that.
If you're armed, place your weapon here. Now please report to room number 2.
Please sit. Papers? I know the rules. Everything's there.
It might be, it might not be. We'll see. What are you transporting?
It's all in there.
Everything?
There's one additional enclosure to the manifest.
Ah, yes. Remind me, you drive for which nomad clan?
None. No clan. I drive for myself.
Bold. And none too wise. You know, whenever I see someone like you, I'm oh so grateful not to be on that side of the table.
Let him go.
Go on now. Your associate's waiting for you in the car.
Hey, I have a job to do.
Take your personal items.
Be careful with that toy. And welcome to Night City.
Those little shits imagine Night City as some kind of paradise.
What can you do? Young, naive, which is just a euphemism for ignorant.
What happened in there?
Oh, he's driving?
I'll tell you soon. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Alright. So, here's some other thoughts I have. This game is beautifully written. Like, the characters...
Back there.
Let's say I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh. Happened a lot to you?
Rarely.
Smelling trouble around the bend?
Drive, Jackie, just drive.
Someone's coming our way. This does not look good.
Stop your vehicle immediately.
Let's get out of here.
On it!
You are transporting contraband that is corporate property. I repeat, stop the car.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, we doing this? Obviously, shooting driver's the best option, but I'm not that great a shot, even with aim assist. I got a lucky headshot to start, but
Chinga, chinga!
even after I hit him,
Put up lead! We'll ditch him! ¡Chingan a su madre!
let me try. He's gonna come this way, right? Yeah, he is.
Gotta keep moving!
I just hit somebody. Yo, that 35 felt bad.
Those are stubborn!
Man, I'm used to doing 12,000 big numbers.
Mierda. Close call.
Feel you.
We lost them. Not sure my nerves can handle this.
Keep driving. We can't stop here.
Is he
Place
pulling
looks
off?
deserted. Gonna stop here. Need to sort out a few things before we go on. Pinches hijo de la chingada madre! They almost tagged our asses. That what you call smuggling? Chingado! was supposed to go smooth. No problems.
If you think this is my fault, at least have the balls to say so.
I don't know yet. Is it?
Border security tipped off the corporation that we have their cargo.
What's the deal with these borderlies flipping us the finger as they fucking please? With no consequences.
He took a risk. He assumed we didn't have a clan backing us, and he was right.
Déjame ridículo. So what now?
We've crossed the border. Now you pay me, and we go our separate ways.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a bit light. Can't pay you now. I have something for you once I collect my scrap for this corpo crap we're carrying.
Huh. And you just figured I would sit by patiently.
Actually, I wasn't gonna pay you at all. Just gonna bust ass and disappear as soon as we crossed over, but you're all right.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, thanks.
So, what's next?
Now we take a peek inside. Open it.
Oh, shit. It says Arasaka on the crate. We are robbing some heavy hitters.
And maybe we'll make some heavy money. Oh, mames. A real iguana. A, lesser Antillean, I think.
Lesser Antil what?
Yeah, I watched a thing on TV about them. Went extinct like 30 years ago. They're from the Lesser Antilles. You come a long way, my scaly friend.
You think you can make some money on it?
Sure. Think it'll make us happy.
Us?
Yeah, partner. We'll go halfsies. Any decent fixer will find a loaded gonk interested in a rare gem like this. It's kind of a shame, though. I always wanted a pet. Got the name Manny all thought out. Hey, by the way, you, got any plans for what you'll be doing in Night City?
I don't have any plans. I spent the last years traveling between states with my nomad family.
I'll probably be waiting for you somewhere, huh?
No. We decided to go our separate ways.
That must be tough, huh? Having no one to go back to. But don't you worry. Let me help you find digs. You gotta live somewhere. It's important to have people you can turn to. You know, like, family. Maybe you'll find your own down in Night City.
Thanks, much appreciated.
Hey, come on. It's nothing. We got chemistry, you and me. Be a crying shame to waste it. Partner.
Hey!
Aw, cuddly little fucker.
An iguana.
You know what, Jackie? You're not all bad yourself.
Oh, you don't mean that, mano.
Okay, partner. Time to grab the lizard and scurry out of here.
Hello there, Night City!
Okay.
Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love
Oh,
this
here we go.
town. Love it like
What's
you might
this?
love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every
Oh, he
new
went to
day
the-
means 100
to the
new
nightclub.
arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a major league player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first.
Yeah, we came back for ours. That's
AC's
right.
Legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. What matters here is the walk you walk. In Night City, the city of dreams.
Chick we're looking for is somewhere in this building. Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to, brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Militech? Jack, we're talking classified military-grade shit here. How'd you get it?
Oh, skip's not working.
T-Bug. And our girl made a couple adjustments.
Why? Think she knows better?
Nah. Said it didn't suit her, style. You'll see what I mean. Well?
I'll
Not
skip
now,
this one.
Jack. No time. Maybe later.
Sure. Mañana. Mañana.
Let's do this.
You know, just go do this. And
Elevator. This way.
I'm not gonna play the rest of this one on stream, but once I get to the level I want to be at, I have all the stats I want. I think my first level is going to be, and my first perk is definitely going to Cold Blood, because you have to turn that on in order to start accumulating perks into it, points into it. Then my second point is probably going to be in Workshop. No, Scrapper. And then after that, I'll start picking and choosing as I go. But yeah, as always, leave a like. As always, I've been me, you've been awesome, man.